Sometimes in life, you have to have everything taken away from you, or the thing that you love the most taken away from you, in order to understand what you can truly lose and to really help you kind of refocus and reshape your priorities. And then sometimes you just need it taken away from you and never given back because you've gone one bridge too far. And you've burned that mother effer down as well. And I look at a situation like Vontaze Burfict, and I say, kudos for suspending this fool for the rest of the 2019 season. And frankly, he should be banned for the rest of his life. He should not be able to play in the National Football League ever again, unless there is some significant change in him, his character, and his approach to the National Football League in the game, and I just don't see that that's ever going to happen. And here's my thing, is I never really want to sit there and say to somebody, they should never be able to ply their craft. They should never be able to work in their chosen profession or trade again. I wouldn't want somebody to say that to me. So it feels kind of weird and funny to kind of suggest that about somebody else. When in a lot of ways, let's face it, just like all of you watching this, it's really none of our business. But here's the thing, is if somebody demonstrates via their actions and their behaviors that they don't really care, then why does it matter? And why would it really be a big deal? And I look at the track record and the history of Vontaze Burfict, and to me, it is very clear that he just does not care. This is not a situation of being too soft. This is not a situation of it's not your dad or your grandpa's football anymore. This is not a situation of this or that or anything else. This is a situation of it is a safety issue for the league and its players to allow a guy to continue to go out there and basically be a dirty-ass player, a headhunter that potentially could ruin team seasons, ruin a player's season, and potentially ruin their careers and potentially their damn lives. It's not like this is the first go-around with Burfict either. You could make the argument, and some people certainly have, that after the big hit that Burfict laid on Antonio Brown square in the noggin a couple of years ago, Antonio Brown's never been the same. Now, we could argue about those finer points, but the fact is he could have really significantly hurt Antonio Brown, potentially put him out of the league forever, put him in a damn wheelchair, and he didn't care. And that isn't his only instance of doing so. This is a guy that has been suspended multiple times for multiple games for dirty, cheap shot ass hits. To the head, after the whistle, all of that. And even some of the stuff that he hasn't been flagged for over the years, and some of the stuff he hasn't been suspended for over the years. He just has a reputation that has been hard-earned and easily won of being a dirty-ass player. And what he did this past Sunday against the Colts was only the most recent and notable example of that. And as a result, it shouldn't be surprising to anybody that he got suspended for the rest of the damn season. Because he deserved to. Because, frankly, how many times does the league have to suspend you for doing this dangerous crap and exhibiting this same dangerous type of behavior to where clearly the message isn't getting across? You would think at some point in time, when you have lost a couple of $1 million already to suspensions, and now you're staring down the barrel of if you get suspended here, you'll lose 3/4 of your game checks for the season. You're going to look at losing over $5-6 million in your damn career just because of late unnecessary hits. It means it doesn't matter to him. He doesn't care. And if he doesn't care, why should he be given the opportunity to be able to play anymore to where he will lose more money and all the while potentially put other teams' season at risk and other players' careers and lives at risk? Like, I understand Burfict's a member of the players' union, so the players' union has to step in and take up the case for him, and they have to defend him. But if you're another member of that players' union, there's got to be something at some point in time you say, you know what? That's not worth defending. And he's not worth defending. And we got to look out for each other. And we can't have this crap. Because If it's not me, it might be my friend. It might be my teammate. It might be somebody else I went to school with. It might be any number of damn things. Somebody I used to play with. Somebody I respected. It could be one of the game's great big stars. Are you really prepared to take that chance that something like that happens? Also, Vontaze Burfict can play in the damn National Football League again? I don't think so. Then this whole notion of, well, football ain't what it used to. This is that mamby-pamby-pansy soft-ass crap. You know, there's nothing really tough about whacking a guy in the freaking head coming full steam a second and a half after the play is done. There's nothing that says toughness or manly about taking a blind shot, a cheap shot at a dude, and intentionally looking to hurt people. Playing physical and playing tough. Like, let's say, a Ronnie Lott. Ronnie Lott could have played in the 30s and 40s without damn helmets and face masks. He could also play in today's game. Because he was physical, he was tough. I mean, for God's sakes, you're talking about a guy that had his pinky tip cut off so that way he could keep playing the game. Nobody will ever question Ronnie Lott's manhood, his manliness, his nuts, none of that. But he wasn't, by nature, an incredibly dirty player. And even when you look back and you see a lot of those big-time hits that he would lay on receivers and he would lay on ball carriers, they were clean. They were legitimately clean, great, outstanding, Hall of Fame, all-time great football plays. And Vontaze Burfict is doing none of that. There is no justification for this. There is no reason for this. And there is no excuse for Burfict doing this or any excuse for the league to allow it to continue to happen ever again. Is he going to have to paralyze somebody for the message to get across? Is he going to have to potentially kill somebody, maim them for the rest of their lives, end their careers in order for this point to get across? He's already cost himself millions of dollars by being an idiot. So clearly, the NFL doesn't matter that much to him. And at this point, you might as well help him out. Because if he doesn't care, why should anybody else? Ban this bum from the league for the rest of his life. That's the only call to make.